Well, new details in the crash that killed an Indiana Congresswoman, Jackie Walorski, and two of her staff members. The Elkhart County Sheriff's Office now says it was Walorski's car that swerved into oncoming traffic near State Road 19 and State Road 119. The SUV then crashed into a car driven by Edith Schumacher, who was also killed. Hoosiers who worked closely with Jackie over the years are remembering her long record of service to the state, including Congressman Jim Baird.
She had the kind of personality that other colleagues from other states sought her advice and so on. And so as a legislator, she was extremely good. And then as a person, she was a very caring individual. She cared about people.
Walorski was first elected to Congress in 2012, serving on the House Ethics Committee and on the Ways and Means Committee. And we're learning more about the two staffers who were killed in that crash. 28-year-old Emma Thompson is from Johnstown, Pennsylvania. She was living in Washington, D.C., and she had been Representative Walorski's communications director since July of 2021. And 27-year-old Zach Potts from Mishawaka was driving the SUV. In 2015, he worked as the campaign coordinator for Walorski and was then promoted to campaign manager. He was currently the district director for the U.S. House of Representatives. And as lawmakers gather for the special session, they pause to pay tribute to Jackie Walorski, who represented Indiana's 21st district from 2005 to 2010. The man who replaced her, Representative Timothy Wesco, talked about her legacy.
She was a tremendous gift to our community, passionate in everything that she did. And her legacy for service, which she did with enthusiasm and energy, will be long remembered. Her faith was central to her as a person, and her faith is what gives us hope today.
The House also paused and prayed before they began their session for the day. And flags are at half-staff today across the country as tributes honoring Representative Walorski are pouring in. Former President Trump shared his condolences through his Truth account, calling Jackie a wonderful woman and impassioned advocate for the people of Indiana. And President Biden said while they represented different parties and disagreed on some things, she was respected by members of both parties for her work. And last night, Indiana Senators Todd Young and Mike Braun took a moment to acknowledge Walorski's death on the Senate floor.
She had an incredible sense of humor, incredibly smart, so talented in many ways, and she'll be missed.
When I heard that, it's like the ultimate gut punch. It's one of those things that just takes the absolute air out of you.
Walorski won the Republican primary back in May after running unopposed, and she was heavily favored to win in November. Now, of course, Republicans will have to choose another candidate to run in the general election, but state GOP leaders say she'll be hard to replace.
Yeah, haven't even given that any thought. I mean, they won't be able to fill her shoes. They just won't. She was one of a kind.
As we wait for memorial plans, we've also compiled a gallery of all the tributes to her life and work as a public servant. You can find that right now at WTHR.com.